Ladies and gentlemen, this is round 2 of my idiocy this afternoon. I just did a whole big old video, and I just realized that this damn crow has been in the scene the entire time, and I did not click over to any of the other windows. So I'm starting this all over. Hello again, everybody. This is the Crypto Crow. Got a lot of big updates. I did not get to sleep. I probably look like hell. I assume I do. I have for like a week and a half now. I'm turning into a zombie, as some of you have commented. I don't drink energy drinks, just so you guys know. I'm always up late researching and doing everything I need to do. I'm a workhorse. I really am. I probably work way too much. My wife is kind of taking a back seat to everything because she sees how everything is just booming and blowing up, and she's excited about the future and kind of considers her leaving me alone right now her investment in our future. So anyway, couple big things. I finally talked to an attorney today. I talked to an attorney for an hour. And, he basically told me that everything I'm doing is great. He said that I have very little to worry about. I'm keeping very strict records of everything. I'm not doing anything shady. I'm not running a Ponzi. I'm not doing anything that's going to get me into trouble. But he did say that we are going to restructure my agreement, okay? And because there's some other things that he feels should be added. And then we're filing an LLC under my S Corp. So in a nutshell, without getting into the details, every client I have is ultimately going to have their own LLC under mine. And I'm going to be basically helping to manage your LLC. But so any of my current clients, if you're watching this, basically here within the next week and a half, I'm going to be sending you guys all a new agreement. You are not forced to sign it in any way. Do what you want. If you don't, I'm happy to send all of your Ethereum right back to you. No questions asked, nothing taken out, except for transfer fees, of course. Other than that, we're going to move forward business as usual, but I'm going to need to get everybody's new agreements done. And then, the way everything is being structured is, ultimately for protection of me and protection of you. So you're going to have basically, and I don't even know how this works, but he kind of explained it as kind of a rolling LLC that multiplies itself indefinitely for as many clients as I have. So it's actually pretty interesting. This guy was a commodities securities lawyer for quite a while now. He brands himself as a crypto attorney. He seems to know his stuff, so it's all good. And on top of that, one of the big, millionaire, billionaire guys that I talked to yesterday, I've been swapping some emails with him. I guess everybody that was on this call wants to work with me. And, I explained my issues about how I'm putting a freeze on everything. I have literally turned away probably, I'm guessing if I were to calculate in my head, well, let's just say high six figures. Okay. I've basically shut it all down and said, okay, no more until I get all this stuff squared away. And, he basically offered, he said, well, I want to have some of my people kind of vet this lawyer that you talk to. If he looks legit, I'll pay all the legal fees. He's going to basically cover all my legal fees for me to get me set up. Is that not ridiculous? So he wants to work with me. He's got a lot of other guys that want to work with me. And he's connecting me with a couple of big crypto fund managers that I guess are interested in me for something. I don't know exactly what yet. So it's just absolutely crazy. Last night I was just freaking out. I didn't get to sleep till like 4:30 in the morning because I'm thinking, man, this is all growing so fast. And I'm like, if it's this easy, the government can't like it, right? Somehow I just felt kind of guilty. Like, my entire life is changing overnight. And I just want to make sure that it's all legit. Sorry. I hate getting emotional, but you know what, guys? I'm a Scorpio, and I've been like this my whole life. I'm a big softie on the outside and inside. Just don't get me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. No, I'm just messing around. So yeah, that all being said, everything is going fantastic. Expect everything to probably take about a week to 2 weeks to get finalized, and I'm going to do a big email blast. Everybody on my Patreon is going to know. I've already updated them on everything that's happening. I'm going to send out a big newsletter, all that stuff to keep everybody very well informed. But basically, he told me everything I'm doing is great. I keep a very strict record, a report of everything, all the transactions. I have spreadsheets out the ass. I import, export stuff from everything. It's daunting, but I'm doing it because I know it has to be the right thing to do, and apparently it is. So That all being said, I'm probably going to reopen new accounts probably in 2 weeks. Okay. And there are likely going to be some other big changes here coming soon as well. If I wanted, I could ultimately create my own fund right now. And so it's kind of nuts. Lots to think about. I'll keep everybody updated. I know I updated some other things that I've forgotten since I just shot the other video. Real quick. Now I can take this picture off. I'm going to show you guys something really cool. Cardano launches ADA futures on BitMEX. This is pretty cool. This is ultimately so the listing bolsters Cardano's presence in Asia following the launch of ADA, now a top 5 cryptocurrency by market cap, on a series of listings on exchanges in October and November 2017, including Bittrex, Binance, and Coinest. Never even heard of that one. I need to look into it. Maybe that one works. Apparently, I know a lot of you guys are struggling because Bittrex, Coinbase, Binance, everybody, even COS. So I actually got COS at ICO, COSS, and it took a minute. It took a minute, but it's actually starting to. Hold on, you guys. Oh, so you guys don't even see my bookmarks. That's interesting. So COS is an exchange that when you own the coin, I mean, look at this puppy going. So it took a while though. We held this for a couple months before it did squat. But now if I log into the COS account, COS basically pays kind of a dividend. So all the transactions, I do like COS for, so you guys know, and it's only $2. And I'm sure it's going to continue growing. I have a strong feeling. If I log into the COS exchange right now, I think we only got like 1,650 coins. 1,650 COS coins, and there's a lot of them are fractional, but there's a lot of cryptocurrency. So every time people make a transaction, you get a fraction of the fees associated with the transaction. So this is going to be kind of crazy. And I just logged in because I forgot about it. And, I sent a bunch of screenshots to my client showing him all the coins that he's basically accumulated on his account. And he's like, holy cow, I didn't even know that was a part of it. I'm like, yeah, because I forgot. But surprise, you've got more money than you thought you did, as if it wasn't already enough. That 52,000 is like 130 grand now. It's absolutely nuts. So anyway, this is a pleasant surprise, and this is a coin I'm probably going to start buying a little bit more of. The problem is that the exchanges are all, you can't really sign up for an exchange account right now. People are actually buying exchange accounts on freaking eBay. Now this is blowing my mind. Let's see if anybody, can I buy a Bittrex account? Bittrex account for sale, cryptocurrency trading platform. $50. Unbelievable. People are selling accounts on exchanges because it's almost impossible right now due to the backlogs to buy into them. Now, what else does this tell me though? So if everybody's backlogged, okay, now this is how I think. This is into the mind of the crow here. I'm looking at this Red Sea of opportunity, right? The market cap right now, so it just went up $20 billion since I just shot my screwed up video where I didn't take that picture off. Sorry, that's my coffee, my replacement. So right now you've got a Red Sea of opportunity. Cardano's down to 90 cents. It's down 11.68% in the last 24 hours, which is fine. It's completely fine. A lot of these coins are down. But what's happening is there's such a big backlog. So I think this whole dip is Asia taking profit last night, which is totally fine by me. The ebb and flow is just a constant factor. So if you're new to cryptocurrency, get used to seeing this. All this really means is buy now. That's all it really means is buy now, buy it and wait. And you can see the little uptrends are starting to tick up again already. So it's starting to go back to normal, I'm sure. But every time this happens, I feel there are big changes. So people take profit, and then when they do it in droves, so obviously there are a lot of whales in Asia, because I feel like when Asia decides to take profit, for whatever reason, the whole market takes a shit. Well, and then they buy back into it. on the dips that they create. So it's almost like they're controlling their own market in a sense. And I feel like that's going to get less and less easy the higher this market cap goes. If we, we'll probably see $1 trillion in market cap here within the next couple months, I'm guessing. Maybe I don't know, 800. Yeah, I mean, I would say maybe within the next couple months. It might not even take that long. With Bitcoin dominance now, it's down to 34%. So there's a lot of activity in the altcoins. And so, you're seeing Bitcoin isn't the, since the futures market opened up, I'm seeing a lot less spikes in Bitcoin lately. It's there's so much going on with Bitcoin. Are we going to see $20,000 in Bitcoin again? Maybe. If we do, I could see this potentially happening in the next 2.5 weeks or so. Don't quote me on that, but I'm hoping for it. But in the meantime, the alts are doing great. I mean, Ethereum, it's 1143 right now. It's absolutely ridiculous. So, and I'm actually holding, Ethereum right now because I want to see where is it going to go before I start pumping it in. Because with ICOs and what I do, I don't want to put, Ethereum of today into an ICO that started 30 days ago or more. Because unless they adjust the coins offered per Ethereum, you're kind of getting ripped off. Because of Ethereum, I'm kind of rambling on a bunch of different tangents, but I'm just trying to give you a bunch of different notes while I'm here. So December 4th, Ethereum was at $477. So when you guys are looking at ICOs and you're thinking, wow, that's kind of expensive, they're only going to give you, 3,000 coins for an Ethereum, and then you price it out, they probably haven't readjusted for the fact that Ethereum's worth more than double what it was then when they first launched their ICO. Now, some of the bigger ICOs, the more successful ones who are seeing huge declines when Ethereum spikes quite a bit, they're smart because they're coming back and they send out a newsletter saying, hey, we just bonused your account 50% coins because of the change in Ethereum. Because what happens, their sales go down. Because people are like, I'm not buying into this. Ethereum's gone up. I've got more money just sitting here waiting. So if you want my cash, you're going to have to adjust how many coins I'm getting for it. And so the smart ICOs are adjusting to that. That's a good deal. But this Costcoin, I like Costcoin. Like I said, I got into it at ICO, and it's been doing very, very, very well, and I see this continuing to go up. I mean, it's an exchange coin. Those of you that aren't familiar with it, but it is running slow as hell right now. And what happens is you accumulate all these fractions of coins, and once you get to a certain sum, it'll let you convert it into Ethereum. So, you're investing into this coin. It's paying you dividends off of the exchange based off of all the transactions according to how many cost coins you own, and over time you can convert it back to Ethereum, and you can either reinvest it back into costs or invest it in ICOs or do whatever you want with it. Another quick thing, Patcoin. I keep hearing all these people, what about Patcoin, Crow? What about Patcoin? Patcoin, it's a shit coin. I don't know why everybody's all pumped up about it other than the fact that it's like 1/100 of a penny and you can get like 20 million of them for 10 cents. That's cool. Can you make some gains with it? I guess so, but it's already dropped 46% in 24 hours. I think the pump is over. Hopefully people will stop asking about it. I was just looking at this earlier, and I don't really see a whole hell of a lot that draws me to this other than the fact that it's so dirt cheap. It's almost free. And if I buy 1 million of these and it goes up to a penny, it's like 1/100 of a penny. This thing's gonna have to go up so much to make any real profit. And just looking at the website alone, and I was clicking around through here, the exchanges it's on, and I'm leaving it alone. All right. So if that answers your question, now I told you about Cardano launches ADA futures on BitMEX. I love this, by the way. I think that's actually going to be pretty sweet. It should help Cardano's value, and it just shows that these guys are on top of things. They're really actively trying to spread the Cardano gospel. Now, this is not 100% official yet. Nothing's been signed, but I do want to give you guys a heads up as to the ICO that I am going to be an official advisor for here soon. It's called ICO Head Start. What I meant by, this ICO that I'm going to be working with is really going to help a lot of you guys. Ultimately, this ICO is going to be doing a lot of the due diligence on ICOs that want to grow and expand, have an initial coin offering, and honestly help people like you or newcomers, even not newcomers like me. I like it. I'm probably going to buy into it myself, even though I'm going to get a bunch of coins just being an advisor. But I like this a lot. And I think that ultimately, screened ICOs only, team of experts, ICO Head Start seal of approval, wisdom of the crowd, 0% fees, 0 hidden costs, profit sharing, escrow and smart contracts, moat buyback program. So, I mean, basically, in a nutshell, and I'm going to go into more details of this later. I'm not going to get into it all right now. I'm at 15 minutes no matter what I do, no matter what I try to be fast. It always ends up being a 20-minute video. So I think everybody's just going to have to deal with that. And I would like to learn how to tag my videos, like, hey, at 2 minutes, 15 seconds, I talk about this. At 3 minutes, I've tried to figure it out. I can't find it. So anybody wants to link me a video on how to tag that and handle that, that'd be wonderful. So anyway, this is the ICO. I'm not even going to go into it just to spare time. Do some reading. I talked to the CEO, the founder of this, for an hour yesterday. Great guy, great idea. I absolutely love what they're trying to do, and I do think this is going to be big. They've got like 100 ICOs right now just waiting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing a big role in helping these guys, not just as like a promoter, but literally like, they came to me just wanting a review. And I'm like, man, I really like this. This is something that I would like to do myself sometime. But since you're already doing it, let's work it out. Let me get involved and help. And so that's, if you saw my video yesterday, I've already talked about a lot of that. So anyway, that's it for now. If you guys are going to go and buy, if you're in the market to buy coins, today is the day. Today is the day. You're going to learn today. That's it. I hope to see you guys all on my Patreon. That's just growing. It's doing really well. I'm excited about that. Everything is continuing to grow. I did add a new channel to Telegram because I've been getting a lot of people say, hey, Crow, can you just set up a channel so that you can update everybody that wants to know what's going on with you without having to deal with the constant flow of chatter in between, and where my announcements and things are getting lost. So I did set that up. I'm going to start using that, and I'll start linking it around soon. But that's it for now, guys. I'm going to get back to work. I've got like 80, 90 emails that I need to go through from all walks of life. And I had some interesting calls. Actually, I had a call today from somebody on the Mayweather Money team. So that was an interesting call. Yeah, it's just been crazy. So anyway, peace out. Crow your coins.